Imagine stepping into a future where electric vehicles aren't just about efficiency, but about style, ease of ownership, and real-world practicality. That's what Nissan is promising with the all-new 2026 Nissan LEAF, a model that has evolved from being one of the earliest mainstream EVs to now becoming a sleek, crossover-inspired electric car designed to fit seamlessly into daily life. But is this really the effortless EV ownership Nissan claims it to be? Well, let's break it down and see whether the 2026 LEAF is truly the EV that balances range, design, practicality, and affordability. Starting with the exterior, the design is a massive leap from the previous generation. Gone is the somewhat quirky hatchback look of older LEAFs, replaced by a more crossover-like stance that blends aerodynamics with bold styling. Nissan has cut the drag coefficient down to just 0.26 from the previous 0.29, which means better efficiency and quieter rides at highway speeds. You'll notice motorized flush front door handles, a first for Nissan, along with hidden rear door handles cleverly integrated into the C-pillar. Up front, a black grille houses an optionally illuminated Nissan emblem, while stacked rectangular lighting elements give the face a futuristic touch. The available full-width running light sharpens the LEAF's road presence. The roofline flows with a katana blade-like trim piece inspired by the Nissan Z, while the sculpted rear fenders and a 45-degree angled spoiler give the back an athletic finish. Some buyers may find the minimalist rear design a little too restrained, but it's clear Nissan prioritized aerodynamics over unnecessary flair. Wheel options start with 18-inch alloys on the SV Plus and move up to stylish 19-inch designs on the Platinum Plus trim. And with color choices like Sea Breeze Blue with a black roof or the vibrant Coulis Red Pearl, there's enough personality here to make the LEAF stand out. Now step inside and you're greeted by a cabin that feels modern, spacious, and connected. The minimalist layout is clean yet functional, with a flat floor and slimmer center console thanks to moving the shifter controls up onto the dashboard. Rear seat passengers benefit from improved knee room, and the airy cabin is enhanced by a segment-first dimming panoramic roof that can switch from transparent to opaque at the press of a button. That's not just cool to look at, it helps with aerodynamics and keeps the cabin cooler on sunny days. Nissan didn't forget about customization either, with up to 64-color ambient lighting available on the Platinum Plus trim. However, some might argue that the minimalist approach sacrifices a bit of the warmth found in more traditional interiors. Still, it's functional, modern, and unmistakably forward-thinking. Technology is an area where Nissan really steps up. Dual 14.3-inch screens in the SV Plus and Platinum Plus trims offer seamless integration with Google built-in services like Maps, Assistant, and Play Store. That means real-time EV route planning, charging station recommendations, and even predicted charge levels at your destination. S and S Plus trims get dual 12.3-inch screens with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Audio lovers will appreciate the class-exclusive Bose Personal Plus sound system in Platinum Plus, which even integrates speakers into the front headrests for immersive sound. Device charging is also well handled with multiple USB-C ports and an available wireless charging pad. It's hard to fault the tech here, though some may prefer a slightly warmer interface than Nissan's clean but straightforward setup. Performance is where things get interesting. The 2026 LEAF is offered with two battery setups. The standard 52 kilowatt-hour pack paired with a 174 horsepower motor will arrive later, while the main option is a 75 kilowatt-hour liquid-cooled battery with a 214 horsepower motor. Torque figures come in at a healthy 250 pound-feet, which means acceleration is smooth and responsive. The 0 to 60 miles per hour time is expected around the mid-6 second range. Not blisteringly fast, but certainly respectable for an affordable EV. Top speed sits around 105 miles per hour, perfectly fine for US highways. Where the LEAF shines is in efficiency and range, up to 303 miles per charge. That's a huge step up from the outgoing model and makes it far more usable for long commutes or road trips. For buyers prioritizing real-world usability over raw speed, this is a very smart balance. Charging, of course, is a critical part of EV ownership, and Nissan has made it simpler than ever. The LEAF now supports up to 150 kilowatt fast charging, meaning 10% to 80% can be achieved in about 35 minutes at a compatible DC fast charger. Dual charging ports, a J1772 on the driver's side, and a NACS port on the passenger side mean you can use both traditional Level 2 chargers and Tesla's massive supercharger network. Nissan even offers plug and charge functionality, so you just plug in and the session begins without apps or cards. Plus, their Nissan Energy Charge network integrates over 100,000 charging stations into one app for planning and payment. One downside, however, is that Nissan still trails some rivals in maximum charging speed. So while the LEAF is good, it's not the absolute fastest to refill. Cold weather performance is also addressed with a new battery thermal management system that repurposes waste heat to keep the battery at an optimal temperature. This means less range loss in winter and more predictable charging performance. A heat pump is standard on mid and upper trims, and an optional battery heater can pre-warm the pack before plugging in. These thoughtful details make the LEAF stand out for people living in colder climates. Safety has always been a Nissan stronghold, and the 2026 LEAF continues that tradition. Standard across all trims is Safety Shield 360, including automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, blind spot intervention, lane departure prevention, and rear cross traffic alert. ProPILOT Assist also comes standard, combining adaptive cruise control and lane centering to reduce stress on highways. A class-exclusive intelligent around-view monitor offers 8 selectable camera angles, plus new features like front wide view and invisible hood view that help in tight spaces or when pulling out of blind corners. A Nissan Secondary Collision Mitigation braking system automatically applies brakes after an initial crash to reduce secondary impacts. These technologies put the LEAF near the top of its class in driver assistance. Now let's talk pricing. While final numbers will vary by trim and options, the base model is expected to start around $36,000, with the Platinum Plus trim pushing into the mid-$40,000s. That positions it as an attractive option for budget-conscious EV shoppers, offering an appealing mix of range, technology, and safety for the price. So how does the 2026 LEAF stack up against competitors? Compared to the Tesla Model Y, the LEAF is more affordable and easier to live with in terms of daily comfort and simplicity, but it can't match Tesla's acceleration or charging speed. Against the Hyundai Ioniq 5, the LEAF offers similar range and practicality, but Hyundai edges it out with faster charging and a more futuristic interior. Where the LEAF shines is in being an effortless, well-rounded EV that blends style, technology, safety, and pricing into a single package. So what do you think? Does the new LEAF finally have what it takes to compete head-to-head with the likes of Tesla and Hyundai? Or is it still more of a sensible pick rather than an exciting one? Comment your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear if you think Nissan has nailed it this time.